Yeah, Sarah's who you call when your retainer grows a mind of its own. I get that the magnet is pulling Jimmy's retainer, but what's with his lips? Jimmy's retainer reacts to the magnet before all of Kevin and Rolf's metallic items, even though I'm pretty sure Rolf and Kevin were closer to the magnet in the first place. Okay, there's nobody I can blame. I did this to myself when I pressed pause. Shame on myself. But I'm still sinning because somebody drew this.
Let's get funky.
That's what she said. This huge problem could have been avoided if this damn boombox had labeled buttons like any common boombox would. How does the boombox fall on Kevin when he is this far away from the branch? The boombox falls on Kevin's head, knocking him out cold, but the giant magnet and all three Eds fall on Rolf's head, and he only looks partially knocked out. The magnet and Eddy both fall directly on Rolf's head, even though they fall from two different spots. We saw that Ed knocks Eddy out of the tree, but what makes Ed and Double D fall out right after him? It seems like pounding the Eds is Kevin's main priority here. You'd think it would be finding his missing ear. There's a plane in the junkyard. There's a plane in the junkyard. Who just throws out their planes in nowhere places?
It's all in the directing, Double D.
I went to film school, and while I thoroughly agree the director plays a humongous role, the person in front of the camera does too. Don't even get me started on the lighting designers and all that shit.
There's no business like it.
I never really got the meaning behind that phrase. I mean, film and TV are considered show business, but so is like live theater, and that's at least 3 different businesses right there. I would send Irving Berlin for coining such a phrase, but since he's dead, I'll just send this episode.
Hello, Victor!
But not Wilfred. Fuck Wilfred, am I right?
Blitz?
At first, Kevin seems pretty impressed about this telethon thing the Eds are putting on, but now he's back to his regular douchey self without any explanation. Where the hell did the red carpet go? I mean, with such an entrance, you'd think they'd remember to draw it. The animators are still awesome. It's still gone! And the animators are still awesome, I guess. And now it's back!
I will be performing my country's traditional dance of the hairless otter.
Next!
Aw, come on, I know we all wanted to see this audition.
I want to be a star!
I guess this just goes to show whoever you are, you'd be willing to lose your good friends for a shot at fortune and fame. Sad but true.
My feather, it won't stay up.
Which feather? You seem to be talking about 2.
Hey, look! Jimmy turned himself into a dork.
I'm pretty sure Jimmy was already a dork. He wears large headgear, he's prone to accidents. If anything, I think changing into Double D is a step in the right direction for Jimmy.
Huh?
Oh, he's laying an egg!
Really? 'Cause that seems kind of awesome. I mean, those flowers are huge. And how did he make them sprout from underneath his clothes? Please don't answer that question. We hear about Ed's monobrow all the time, but how come nobody ever talks about Rolf's monobrow? This. I just want to see more of this. Remember those live-action Cartoon Network bumpers? They should have made a hairless otter one. Or like a My Best Friend Plank music video. The shed still looks exactly like it did prior to the Eds painting it in Who, What, Where, Ed. This takes place in the same summer, so it couldn't peel that fast in such a short amount of time. The kids are throwing quarters at Kevin and Rolf, but earlier they all seemed to be enjoying Naz, and nobody threw quarters at her. I know, right?
It appears I put the batteries in backwards.
Why'd you take them out in the first place? I mean, earlier you said the magnet couldn't attract coins. Obviously, Double D must have fixed that if they're trying this again, but I still don't see any reason to take the batteries out. I guess it's possible that the batteries could have died after that first attempt, but if batteries can die that fast, you're just wasting them.